I'm back. I'm back. Guys, I went out and I got myself an M4 Pro MacBook Pro because I wanted to see what it would be like playing some Windows games on a more powerful Mac. So I got an M4 Pro. And basically today we're going to be testing 5 Windows games under CrossOver 25. Now this is the new CrossOver preview version, and I'm also borrowing my good friend Mac Pro Tips account for CrossOver and for Steam. Thank you so much. This guy is a legend. He's a really good friend, and he also just makes really good content about Mac gaming, so be sure to check him out. Now, what's really exciting is that in macOS Sequoia 15.4, Apple have added support for F16C and BMI instructions, which means we can run some more new games on Mac. And I'm going to be showing you some of those in this video. Alrighty, so here we are in Cyberpunk 2077. I'm currently playing the game at 1080p and a quick preset of medium. I have disabled a resolution scaling just because I want to see what the native performance is like. Alright, so here we are in the benchmark. I just want to point out that this game has still not arrived natively on Mac, so that's obviously why I'm testing it under CrossOver. The Switch version for the Switch 2, this game is coming to Switch 2, which is really cool, is releasing on June 5th, I believe. Let me just have a look. Yeah, June 5th. And it would be really cool if CD Projekt Red would give us some news on the Mac port. Like, delays are fine, but I just would like just some information of like when it's coming. Like 2025 is such a broad spectrum, and like we're already ready in April. This year's going too fast. But luckily, the game runs extremely well under CrossOver. So in many ways, this is a very good way to play the game while we wait for the native version. And I think it's also prudent to mention that the native version is also coming to Steam and the App Store, and I think the Epic Game Store. What is happening? I'm trying to disable the HUD. There we go. So what do we get then? An average FPS of 56.61, a min FPS of 39.90, a max FPS of 64.39. So that's pretty good considering this isn't native. It's not too bad. It gives us a lot of room to play around with some settings. So let's enable FSR3 and quality and see if this pushes us a bit more over 60 FPS. This isn't native 1080p, obviously. It's using AMD FSR3 quality. And FSR3 definitely does provide better visual fidelity, I suppose, than something like FSR1, which is more commonly used on Mac. So it does look pretty good, even if we're not pushing for native 1080p. And obviously the frame rate is dramatically better here. Right now in this scene we're pulling off 80 FPS, which is really, really good. And what else can I say? I don't really know what else to say. These headphones are really uncomfortable. Okay, so 70 FPS, which is quite a step up from before. I think that's like 10 or 11 FPS more. That's very good. You could obviously play around with settings and play at more higher visuals if you utilize AMD FSR. But in this video, we're just going to be taking a quick look at performance. I also want to try ray tracing on this machine and see how it fares compared to base M4. Okay, so I'm going to enable ray tracing, ray traced reflections, sun shadows, local shadows, and ray trace lighting on medium. Now, if you do enable path tracing, it completely breaks the game. Well, it doesn't break the game, but the performance is completely terrible, so it's not worth enabling. And what we'll do is we'll disable AMD FSR, we'll apply this, and it will just restart the game. So unfortunately, I have run this benchmark before I made this video, so I know what it's like. It's unplayable, this frame rate. And unfortunately, it's the same story as M4 on my M4 Mac Mini. And basically, what I'm predicting is that with the native version, I don't actually imagine it's going to be much better than this. I'm hoping that I'm wrong, but from the results we've seen with other ports with ray tracing, like AC Shadows and Firmament and Mist and Control, ray tracing is not the best on Mac right now, and I don't know if Cyberpunk is going to be that much better either. I'm hoping I'm wrong. 15.71. So I just ran the benchmark again, but with AMD FSR 3 on quality and a 30 FPS cap. And the performance is a bit better with 27.15 FPS, but for the majority of people, I don't think this would be an enjoyable way to play the game. So I've now just loaded up a campaign save, and I've never really played much of this game, so I'll just be driving around. But this is 1080p medium with AMD FSR 3 on quality, and the game is really enjoyable this way. It is typically hanging above 60 FPS. And it looks okay, even with FSR 3 on quality. Obviously we don't have ray tracing here, but I just don't think this machine is really capable of pulling off ray tracing with this port, which I've talked about before. Next, we're going to be looking at The Last of Us Part 2, which is now working on Mac thanks to, Apple adding support for F16C and BMI instructions. All right, we're in game. So I'm running the game at 1080p, and anti-aliasing mode is locked to FSR 3 at the moment, but not a big issue. And the upscale quality is locked to dynamic as well. I don't know why these are locked. I couldn't unlock it, and it was the same on my Mac Mini with M4, but it's okay. I'm also running the game at medium graphics as well. So let's have a look at the performance. I'm going to load up an encounter for Seattle Day 2 in the streets. It's just a nice little shootout. I am going to play at light graphics. I'm going to play the game at light difficulty because I'm not very good. I have finished this game like 3 times on my PS4 and then on my PS5. So I love this game, but I'm terrible. Okay, so we're getting about 50 FPS right now at 1080p medium, which isn't actually too bad for a brand new AAA game. Now, yeah, I know this is like a last-gen game in terms of its graphics, even though this is the remastered version. It didn't provide much better graphics over the original release compared. Oh, bah, I got shot. But I'm still pretty impressed that Code Weavers have got this game working here so soon after it originally released on Windows PC. Oh, get off me, dog! And I absolutely love the gameplay here. It's so violent, and it makes me really happy. Oh, come on, Stuart. You know how to go through a door. Okay, where are these other people? Or have I killed them all? Oh, there they are. Come on! Take that! Are you the last person, or is there someone else? Oh, there's more. Okay. Come on, let me shoot ya! Oh, you sneaky bugger. Ah! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about this. So sorry. Okay. Hey! How do you get there? Naughty. Alright. Hold up, lady. I'm just gonna get a Molotov and chuck it at you. Okay. So good. Alright, what I'm gonna do now, guys, is I'm gonna restart this checkpoint and see if frame gen does much. For frame gen to work the best, it needs at least 60 FPS. The visual presentation is not amazing with it on. Where is it? It's right there. Apply. And it is, let's see.
Look, it's her! God damn it!
Yeah, it's just you need to be hitting at least 60 FPS for this to work correctly. Which is why it just looks very jittery. Ow. Okay, we're back. Oh, that is much better. That is much better. So now we're getting up to 80 FPS. If we disable frame gen, what are we getting? And this is at very low graphics. So yeah, we're getting roughly 60 FPS. Nah, maybe not. Let's enable frame gen. That was a bit misleading on my end. It probably is not going to look very good right now. It's just because in there there wasn't much going on. So. But look, this is early days, people. This is early days. This game was just like only like I don't know how many days ago it got working. So I expect it might get better, and it actually does a lot better than The Last of Us Part 1, which is kind of crazy to think about. So sorry. Okay, we're now going to try Spider-Man 2. Now, this game was a bit confusing. It took me a while to work out how to get it running, but Mac Pro Tips helped me. Thank you, Mac Pro Tips. So what you have to do is put graphics to auto here and synchronization to default, and make sure that that command is running. And yeah, let's see how this game goes. It's working pretty well.
I'm here!
Good morning, class. We have a new teacher joining us today.
Of the line over which the force acts. Can anybody? I need your help. If the principal comes back and sees I'm gone, I'm gonna get fired. I know, but you gotta see this.
What is happening? This is amazing.
Principal Evans already hates me for being late this morning.
Bro, I told you to be on time.
It's fine. I'll be back before we know it.
Good.
I can't handle this. I can't handle this. I can't do it. I'm sorry. That was something. Okay, now we're gonna try Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so what are we running at? I'm pretty sure I put it to high graphics. Yeah, a high preset of high. And display is at 1080p. And I don't have any upscaling right now. I got to save off on... I got to save from online, so I don't really know how to play this game. So anyway, right now we are getting about 45 FPS. This game is absolutely gorgeous, and I love this scene with the nice flowers, which are... I think they're purple. Beautiful. Well, I'm just going to see if I can find some people to fight. Look at that gorgeous sunset. There's got some people down there. Are these bad people? I think. Yes, they are. Critical strike. How do I... Ow. How do I heal? That's how you heal. I'm critically hurt. Oh gosh. This is hard. I love that person singing. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get it to 60 FPS by putting... Did I just change something there? No, okay, I'll put it to AMD FSR 3 quality. Does that give us 60 FPS? Oh my god. It's so hard. I don't know if I'm... The movement in this game is very interesting. I think you can also change your stance, but I don't know how to do that. Oh, that guy's going to hit me. I'm just going to put this to balanced. How do you block? Oh, nope. I'm dead. Okay, so unfortunately we had no success with Spider-Man 2, so let's try Spider-Man Remastered, which does run. Okay. Hello. We're in the game. It is running very nicely. We are playing at 1080p with no upscaling and with TAA and a preset of high. Look how well it's going. Whee! I love I love how well it's going. It's getting about 80 FPS right now. And it's really smooth, really nice. We could probably pull off 1440p, but I want to be getting a higher frame rate here, so I'm sticking to 1080p. But look at the results. And we're using 10 gig of RAM right now at high graphics. Let's try ray tracing. Where is ray tracing? There we go. Ray traced reflections. Let's turn that on. We'll keep that at a reflection resolution of high. Geometry detail high. Keep that object range at 6.
Officers respond. Witness report of an active drug deal. Additional officers needed in Times Square. Over.
doing incredibly well, actually. For ray tracing being on high, are we actually sure it's on? Oh, yeah, it's definitely on. You can tell the difference. Yeah, you can tell a massive difference there. Okay. Yeah, that's like a night and day difference. I just didn't expect it to actually perform this well. But it mustn't be very heavy on this. Mustn't be very heavy in this game. How do I bounce upwards? I don't remember. Anyway, it's doing really well. Let's see if we can push it higher. Very high, very high. There we go, put it at 8. Okay, now we're tanking. Now we're tanking.
Kidnapping reported. Incident is active near Times Square. Proceed with
Yeah, so I think it's just fine playing like these guys. Anyway, I think this is great. Probably this is probably the best performing game that we're going to be looking at today. But this game was originally released on PS4, so it's obviously no surprise that it runs very well on M4 Pro, on my MacBook Pro. Actually, before I go, I want to try frame gen because we are getting over 60 FPS like this. Where is it? Where are you? There it is. Frame gen.
My suit's onboard AI can tell me the most likely area where the victim is.
Okay.
I'll set my earpiece to focus on muffled voices.
All right. All right, let's try it without ray tracing. Look at that, 120 FPS. Well, 100 plus FPS. Okay, so our last game to look at is Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's see. All right, we're in game. Now, the reason why I saved this one to last is because it has some issues. It is on paper running pretty well. So this is, where are we? This is 1080p. I'm going to turn the HUD off. 1080p and basically medium graphics. What I will show you is triple buffering is still completely broken. You have to have it on or else it looks like this. Like that. Look at it. It's like... So yeah, this is 1080p medium, and this is without AMD FSR2. How do I get on this horse? There we go. So it's doing okay. It's doing alright. It's hanging a bit around 60 to 70 FPS right now. I think it's a technical feat in many ways that code weavers have got this game working as well as it can. But for the best results, you unfortunately do need a very powerful and something got stuck in my throat. You do need a powerful and expensive Mac to run this game with you know, acceptable results. There we go. Okay. How do I do the Deadeye thing? There we go. I've got the top guys. Probably gonna die though. How do I... There we go. Ducking is vital. What's happening? Headshot! I will say it's very hard to see. But I am wearing 2 sunglasses. The mouse is back. Goodbye. Oh, body shot obliterated. There's more coming, there's more coming. How do I change my weapon? Which one do I need? This one? I'm so bad at shooting. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys. The game runs as it does. But it did well. It did well.